and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things you can do to make your long distance motorcycle trips more comfortable. So stick around. If you're new here, my name's Sarah. I post motorcycle related content on YouTube every Friday. If you like what you see, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Check back next week for more new content. So, I'm not out on the Blackbird today, I'm out on Sophie's Bandit. So yeah, this is Sophie's 1200 Bandit. It's very dirty at the moment from when we came back from Wales. Haven't got around to washing it yet. But the reason I'm out on this today is because I have got to take it for its MOT. Gravel all over the road, which is lovely, right in the middle of a corner. So yeah, I love doing long trips on my bike, and I thought I would do a little video about how to make your bike more comfortable for long trips. I often see comments online about struggling with, you know, being uncomfortable if you've gone for a 100-mile ride and that sort of stuff, so I thought I'd deal with how to get comfortable. So number 1, make sure your gear is comfortable. I know this sounds like a bit of a strange one, but you know, if you're going on a tour, don't pick gear that looks cool. Don't do it in your one-piece leathers, they're just not comfortable for long distance riding. Get yourself some comfy textiles that keep you warm, that keep you dry. Make sure they don't cut in anywhere, especially for us who've put on a little bit of timber over the lockdown. Make sure they're comfortable, because if you're comfortable in the gear that you're wearing, then that's half the battle. You know, my touring gear isn't very fetching, it's not very stylish, but it does the job and I am extremely comfortable in it. Having comfortable gear is an absolute must if you're doing any long distance touring. Stuff that keeps you warm, stuff that keeps you dry. Number 2, take regular breaks. Don't think you're being a hero by going full tank to full tank all the time. There's no need. Set yourself reasonable expectations. You know how long you're comfortable for on your particular bike. Some bikes are more comfortable for a long time than others, so take regular breaks. If you're on a bike like this Bandit, which only does 100 miles to a tank full, then that's fairly easy to do because you've got to stop and fill up. But my Blackbird will do 160 to 180 miles on a tank if I'm not going too quickly, or if we're just going down the motorway at a steady speed, so I do like to stop a little bit more often than that. So yeah, set yourself regular stop breaks, and that helps with staying comfortable. It gives you a chance to get off and stretch your legs. There is nothing worse than starting to get cramp when you're riding. So take regular breaks, set yourself expectations on your progress and all that good stuff. And plan to have a break every 100 miles or 150 miles or 50 miles, it doesn't really matter, whatever works for you, but make sure you plan in your breaks so you're not rushed. Number 3, modify your bike to make it more comfortable. So things like heated grips, touring screens, changing the bar height or the peg height all make a huge amount of difference to how comfortable a bike is. They're designed around the average person, and that's great if you are average, but if you're not, if you're taller or you're shorter, you're fatter or you're thinner, it doesn't really matter, but make your bike comfortable for you. Don't worry too much what other people think of you. You know, if you've got a sports bike and you want to put tall bars on it, you go for it, it's your bike, make it comfortable for you. There's no shame in modifying your bike and making it comfortable so that you can ride it, and when you sit on it you're in a good anatomical position for you. What that means for you may be very different to someone else. For example, Sophie's got Harris rear sets on this bike, and the way that her gear lever is positioned, because it's adjustable, really doesn't suit me, and I keep missing gears. You might have noticed I keep missing gears, but it's really comfortable for her. If this was my bike, I'd be adjusting the position of that and making it more suited to the way that I sit on the bike and my feet angles, and what's comfortable for me in my gear and my boots. So don't be ashamed to modify your bike to make it more comfortable. Number 4, really important one, and I did a video on this specifically aimed at new riders, and I'll stick a link up above my head about that. But number 4 is relax. An awful lot of the discomfort that people get on bikes, if everything else is good, you know, things like numb hands and all that sort of stuff, is directly related to being tense on your bike and not being relaxed. If you can relax on your bike, you will be more comfortable, and I keep using that word, comfortable. Long distance trips on bikes is all about comfort, and all of these 5 things that is what links them together. So number 5, and the final one, know your limits. Know what you can do and what you are capable of. Don't over set expectations. Don't try and be a hero. Ride 1,000 miles a day for 5 days straight. It's just not going to happen. It's unrealistic. Set yourself realistic expectations of what you can do, how long you've got, and how far you're going to go in that time. For example, we've got a route planned around Europe. It's about 3,500 miles, and we're planning on taking 2 to 3 weeks to do that. You wouldn't be able to do it in a week comfortably. You could, sure, you could do 3,500 miles in a week. It's not a massive problem, but I know that I'm not going to be happy doing that, so why bother? So you need to plan ample time for your trips. Know your limits. Know what sort of weather you can ride in. Know what sort of roads you like to ride. If you don't like riding twisties, don't plan a route on twisties. If you don't like riding motorways, don't plan a route on motorways. You know your own limits. Set your expectations, and anyone else who's travelling with you as well, to make sure everybody has fun, because going away on your bike, doing long tours, is meant to be fun. So they're my top 5 tips for long distance comfort, and I use that comfort word an awful lot during this video. It's really, really important that you are comfortable when you're doing long distance rides. They're my top 5 tips. That's it for this video. If you like what you see, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below. Check back next week for more new content. Until then, ride safe, and I'll see you again next week.